All right, so I'm dating, and I've been on a couple of dates. The guy asked me out. He asked for my number. We text back and forth. I only give my number to men who have asked me out on a date and told me a time and place, right? So once they've organized the date, then I will give my phone number. That's just the way that I do things, right? Because you have to. Otherwise, what'll happen is you'll get a guy like Chad. Chad is sneaky. And a lot of black men are sneaky, and they're so broke and cheap and like weird that they do all this kind of stuff. A lot of black men operate from the spirit of fear. Unfortunately, they operate out of scarcity mentality, poverty mentality, and fear. So he asked me out on Friday. He asked me what was my perfect weekend, and if I was going out on Friday, what would I do? And I said I love karaoke, so on a Friday night I'd be at karaoke. He says, well, how about I take you out on Friday and we go to a karaoke spot, and then afterwards we can go get hookah, right? And I'm like, I'm not really a hookah person, I don't do hookah. But if you wanted to get hookah, you could do that. It's just I would not be partaking of it. But apparently, like in the South, that's a big thing for the girls. The girls are all smoking hookahs and stuff. I don't know. I'm not with it. Anyway, so he said he gave me his number. He says, did you want to exchange numbers and we can discuss the details? And now, again, I have a rule. I do not give men my phone number until the details have been hammered out. So date, time, place, right? 3 details that I need. Then you can have my phone number. We can have any kind of conversation you want after that. And so, I'm just not ignoring his constant request for the phone number. What you see here is just one of the many times. Would you like to trade phone numbers to discuss the details? And I said, I know a place that has karaoke on Friday. Could that work? 7 works great for me. He says, all of that's cool, but I don't do the blind date thing anymore. I need at least a call and a video chat or 2 before I take you out. Are you against that? We know that these people lie about everything in their life, right? You got to listen. So we have to be careful with vetting. So I said to him this, I was just trying to get a solid plan before I gave my number. Honestly, we all have to make sure we protect ourselves from time wasters and weirdos, but this is a dating app. It's not a blind date. LOL, not in the traditional sense anyway. And honestly, I've not been asked to audition for a date, LOL, so I'm not sure how to answer this request. It's a first. And I decided, you know what? I'm just not going to answer the request. I'm just not going to match with you. There are time wasters. This is the kind of man who will get your phone number and then, what are you doing, you to death? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? How you doing, beautiful? Good morning, beautiful. I don't want any of that bullshit, right? So, yeah, he doesn't get a chance. I'm not auditioning for a fucking date. I can afford to take myself anywhere in this world. If you don't got your shit together as a man and you scared or whatever the hell you got going on, boy, bye. I have had men meet me on the dating app, ask me out in 3 messages after the little icebreaker that I put up. You know what I'm saying? And ask me out in 3 messages. Don't ever even call my phone. Show up to pick me up at the spot that I tell them to pick me up at. We go in their car to the place we're going to for our date. We have a fabulous time. They drop me back off at the location I told them to pick me up from. And that's that. I don't understand all this rigmarole. This is a man who wants you to work and earn, and you'll probably get there to the date and he'll give you like the free shot at the place he chose. You know what I mean?